My name is Sandra Price. I had not budgeted very well, feeling overwhelmed almost all the time. Loving my kids and wanting to, help them the best I could. And yet I found myself at the end of the year coming up short with how to make it through the summer. Pastor Daryl Taylor told me about a program at Western Fairfax Christian Ministries that he thought I may qualify for. But I have to say it was hard for me to ask for the help because I felt so ashamed. I'm gainfully employed, and there are others way in more dire situations than I am. They probably won't help me. I wouldn't help me if I were them. And unbeknownst to me, a part of the program was to get $400 a month. But because I started in September and the program had started in June, I ended up getting $1,200 a month that month. And that helped me to be able to get caught up on my rent. So here we are, the program's starting. We meet once a month. And I start meeting with Dolly. And I remember her saying to me, I see something in you. I see such potential in you. And I was like, wow, okay, great, And I heard her, but I believe because I've been so defeated and discouraged in the area of financial management in my life, I heard it, I appreciated it, but I don't think I really took it seriously. And yet, what Dolly asked me to do, to the best of my ability, I did. She really worked with me, and her working with me challenged some of my internal views. I began working on my credit thanks to Dolly. I began to pay attention, and I was calling creditors and calling the medical offices, and I'm glad to say that all of those bills are gone. They are paid for. And when they come in, I try to pay them or pay something on them immediately. I wouldn't have been here without the program, without Dolly. The beautiful thing is none of the people at Western Fairfax Christian Ministry, they don't know who's going to walk through the door for help, but God knows. And this place is a distribution center. It's a place of refuge. And the people that are there are also distribution centers and also places of refuge. I called them in, I can't remember what month I called them, and to tell them that we were at a place where we didn't need it anymore. And I realized, we're good. We don't need this anymore. And now this can go to another family. They were actually excited. I'm like, wow. And then I realized, I guess that is a kind of a big deal. And so that's why it's important for the donations and the support to continue for Western Fairfax Christian Ministries, because, it's just, you never know who's going to come through the door. And you need to be prepared. And I believe that Western Fairfax Christian Ministries is set up to be that type of place for people to come through the door. They don't know what they're going to get on a daily basis, and they need to be prepared to be able to give, to respond, and their employees need not have to worry about anything else, about resources. They just need to be present to be able to pour out, and so the resources and the support that comes into the ministry is going to pour into the employees, which is then going to fill them up to be able to pour into their own households and pour into people like me.